I usually don't put nobody's title in my video. Um, of course, okay, let's just keep it real. Of course, people see this, and anybody saying something about Brother Bunny Honey D, it will pretty much go viral. I'm not trying. Should I say I'm not trying to do that? I'm not looking for recognition, whether we get it or not. But you know what? I take full responsibility. Maybe I shouldn't put his title, his name in there. I shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? One time I did that, and I think that video got over 1,000 views in a couple of days. And you know what I did? I deleted that video because that wasn't important to me. The message that I was conveying to him was something that can help him, and I'm not putting him down at all. I know he's passionate about what he's doing and stuff like that. I will say this much. I respect him. I respect I can respect the passion that he has, but at the same time, I can't respect the way that he's going about it. I don't like how he'll say things like, "It's two places you can go, to the hospital or to the graveyard." And then he said, "I represent Malcolm X." No, Malcolm X did not. Let me tell you what Malcolm X did. Malcolm X knew that his people was like that. That didn't mean he was a sellout Uncle Tom and say, "I'm gonna go and work on the police force and say I don't see color and all that kind of stuff." You go back and you look at and go back and look at all that old stuff, and you see Jim Crow, during the Jim Crow era, and you ain't gonna see uh, Malcolm X sitting up there saying color doesn't matter and all that kind of stuff. I don't go by skin color. I go, you ain't nowhere near. You can't even bring up Malcolm X's name. You doing white supremacist work, and you have the audacity is to bring his name up and say, I'm African, I represent. You don't represent nothing. You represent white supremacy. You don't get on your camera and say white supremacy, the so-called white man is the enemy. You don't do no research on that. And I don't want to be working in a seat like that, something that represents white supremacy. I know that I'm supposed to be working and making the place a better place by getting rid of the scams and all this type of stuff. I mean, I get it. A lot of my people was like that, but maybe what Brother Bunny Honey D should do is, if he create a program and make his job out of, my job is not to put you in jail or put you in the system, because this is a white supremacist job. This is a white supremacist cultural and way of thinking. We already get put in prison enough by them, and when he puts somebody in prison, he don't have nothing but the so-called white folks on his side. They gonna agree with it. The average so-called white person is going to agree with what Brother Bunny Honey D is doing, especially the ones, especially the so-called white people that work on the police force and work as patrol, police, and deputy. Of course, they're gonna agree with it. What so-called white person gonna say no? They don't have no business working for us. We the enemy, the devil. We the natural enemy, and that's why we kill each other and capture people and put them in their prison. You think the so-called white man gonna be willing to admit his his demons openly? I don't know. That that will never happen. You know what I'm saying? But everybody be talking about all of them are not like that. I don't see color and this and that. Well, if that was the case, Sonya Max would have got killed. You dumb idiot. You dumb so and so. You dumb ass. You see what I'm saying? Speaking dumb. That didn't stop them from murdering Mike Brown, though, did it? It didn't stop them from murdering innocent Sonia Mass. So when you be sitting up there talking about you, I represent Malcolm X. Malcolm X wasn't nowhere near what you do. You can't even live nowhere close calling yourself a Malcolm X. I'm gonna talk some more on this here. Brother Bunny Honey D is doing white supremacist job. That's the video title. You doing the white supremacist job. Yeah, yeah, and you are. So I'm gonna get up out there and I'm gonna see y'all this morning sometime. All right.